Steady now.
After having a decent presence on Sega Saturn during the generation prior, it was quite the shame that Atlus's output on the Dreamcast was limited to a mere 2 games. Desperia, a dark RPG adventure, never even made it to the West. Luckily, for fans of the developer, Maken X would cross to Europe courtesy of Sega themselves. Like a lot of output from Atlus at the time, this first-person slasher is immensely distinctive and will be tricky to wrap your head around for some. However, those with patience and an affinity for the unsettling should find a lot to enjoy here.
Look into the future. Artificial gods will reign over this world.
Maken X concerns a future where a combination of natural and political calamities have left the world on the brink of war, and China and the United States bear immense tension towards each other.
Yet it is the work of one mind, the devil's.
But Psi, a link to the spiritual, has also emerged and leads to the creation of Maken, an AI who can both access the Psi world and brainjack into other people.
Wait, if you get brainjacked, won't you lose your Psi?
That's obvious. I knew that when I began training.
But when the facility is attacked and the station's chief is kidnapped, Kei Sagami forms a bond with Maken and begins a globe-trotting adventure to seek out those who have taken Hiro Sagami and perhaps change the course of life. It's a fascinating tale, posing questions about overpopulation, the views on good and evil, and familial bonds, often handled with grace and care despite teetering towards dark subjects at points.
My son got carried away by his desires, and to my dismay, he betrayed me.
The story keeps you guessing where it will go, both figuratively and literally, and key decisions made throughout the narrative will lead to one of 7 endings. There's around 10 hours of play in all, but multiple endings and routes will certainly add further time. Some of these can be found with a bit of save data manipulation, while others require full playthroughs to achieve. The only problem is the localization, which leaves a little to be desired.
How could you be so daft? Of course this is a trap.
Voice work is spotty with stiff reads, dialogue that doesn't match the subtitles, and an awkward localization that sometimes obscures the deeper themes at play. It's a shame because you can sense a stronger thread, but it's hard to decipher at points due to how the Western release was handled.
I guess I'm a little anxious. I talk a lot when I get nervous. Sorry.
The good news is, a lot of the positives of Maken X remain. This first-person game focuses entirely on melee combat, allowing you to lock onto foes to attack. After, you can then perform a strike, block by pressing back on the analog stick, and either dodge or jump over foes to avoid unblockable attacks. It feels so smooth to play, mostly due to a rock-solid frame rate throughout, and pulling off slick combos never grows old. You can also charge an X move which is more potent, but also takes some of your health away, gifting a risk versus reward factor as health packs can be scarce. It's a tough game for that, and also because missions lack checkpoints, though they are often brisk enough to avoid causing irritation. Despite the Dreamcast's controller limitations, Atlus crafted a fun slasher that feels unlike anything else on the console at the time, and holds up remarkably well as a consequence.
If you stop at Hong Kong, you can meet Faye's sister. Otherwise, another Blade Master awaits you at Moscow. You should follow the Blade Master's instructions.
Maken X also benefits from Atlus's trademark style. Enemy designs are incredibly varied and border on the unsettling. Special mention goes to the Plagued Maiden, who remains still until you turn around and begin chasing you with protruding spikes. Every foe feels unique, with special tactics needed to counter them that are satisfying to uncover. The stages are also memorable, if quite linear. The story sees you travelling from Hong Kong and London to India and Transylvania, each realised with a distinctive tone. London's dungeons and outer courtyard are fun to navigate, as is Lyon's subway tunnel with minecart ride. Despite their relatively simple design, secrets can be uncovered, including optional bosses that often need extra steps to unlock. It's a game you won't soon forget. The presentation is also ace, especially for Atlus's first fully 3D game. Performance runs consistently at 60 frames per second during gameplay, ensuring the action is never encumbered by technical woes. Character models, stylised with Kazuma Kaneko's direction, look fantastic, though it can be odd seeing them lacking facial movement in most cutscenes. Interestingly, occasional intermissions with Kay display facial animations. The texture work and lighting are both strong too, gifting each stage an identifiable style. The hazy mist over London contrasts with the neon streets of Hong Kong. The audio, outside of the iffy voice work, is also strong. The music is fantastic, with a range of tracks which utilise electronic beats to create differing vibes. The airport-esque map theme, complete with whooshing sound, relaxes, while by contrast, the distinctive boss theme adds intensity. The sound effects also feel well attuned, adding weight to combat. Maken X proved a great addition to both the Dreamcast's library and Atlus's ever-growing repertoire of experimental games. It's not a game for everyone, with its esoteric narrative and translation issues likely causing a stumbling block for some. However, those with the curiosity and composure to endure will unearth a distinctive and mechanically satisfying slasher. Smooth combat, memorable levels, an eye-catching presentation, and a malleable story shaped by user choices will keep players coming for more. If you're looking for something truly unique to sink your teeth into, this underrated gem is worth seeking out.
Father, you're going to be okay, aren't you?